And that's for you.
Yeah.
That's what I was hitting
for
on. For
nobody else.
That's for you, bro. See. This is actually like what I wanted to bring up because I was thinking about this. So, man, I had my phone. I'm looking. I'm trying to look. Okay, man. So this little doodle on my phone here.
You make that?
Yeah.
You made that?
Yeah.
That's clean.
So what, man?
What'd you make that in?
Man, I appreciate that, man. I made it on Mariah's iPad.
Yeah.
So
you left-handed, ain't you?
Yeah, left-handed. Southpaw. I wish I could.
I should reach over there and smack you. I'm left-handed too, but I have no artistic in me at all.
For real?
Nope.
When I drew that thing, man, I had no intentions at all of that thing being anything. Mm-hmm. Literally what happened, bro, was Mariah, like, she scribbled something on the screen. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you could, like, see it, like this little, where it looked like a Z, whatever, in the middle. Mm-hmm. Mariah just scribbled that on the screen in the middle. And then I just took the rest and I just started drawing around it and everything, and I made something at it. So she showed it to my mother-in-law. And she was like, oh, this is so great, now, this and that. And Mariah was like, all right, man, let's see if we can do this again. So she drew another little scribble, and I drew something else. And my mother-in-law was like, man, this is real great. My mother-in-law started thinking, because she, like, very, like, entrepreneur mind. So she started thinking about, man, we can turn this into a business and all this other stuff. But it made me sit there and think, because later that day, Mariah asked me, she was like, because I was just sitting, and she was like, man, you look tired. And she was like, hey, what can I do? Like, what can I get you, like, that would have nothing to do with the podcast, that would have nothing to do with the house, nothing to do with the marriage? Because every time Mariah,
gotta keep her.
Bro, every time,
gotta keep her.
Man, every single time Mariah asks me about something, she's like, what do you want? I'm like, I'll take another microphone. I'll take a camera. You know what I'm saying? I'll take this. But because it's always been for the podcast, you know? It's always been for something that I'm a part of, but it's not just like,
for you,
just for me. You know what I'm saying? So like when you said, bro, I want a heavy bag, a punching bag, bro, or a kicking bag. Like when you said that, I was like, see, that's when you said that right there, and you was talking about the Taekwondo. I was like, see that right there? That has nothing to do with like Zyler saying like, yeah, bro, I'm doing this so I can get into like the MMA and I can start making this money and I can start, people can start knowing who I am because I do this. It's just, that's what you want to do.
Stress relief.
You know what I'm saying? But that's just for you, just for you.
Yeah.
So I was like, bro, like, man, I really don't. I was sitting there because when Mariah asked me, like, bro, what can I get you just for you? And I was like, I was sitting there because the first thing that did pop up in my head was a camera. But I was like, nope, that's the podcast, so I can't tell her that I want a camera. And I was like, man, I was like, I don't know. She was like, you don't even, like, what about a basketball? And I was like, I don't really want a basketball. Every time I go to the court, somebody got one. Yeah. And I was like, I don't really want that. And then she was like, well, what about, like, just a little open, like, drawing pads, just so maybe you could just start drawing. And I was sitting there thinking, I was like, man, that is a good idea. But it hit me because I was like, bro, I don't have nothing that's just, at least what I can think about right now, that's just like
a
me.
hobby.
Yeah, just a hobby. Just
get a hobby, son.
Yeah, bro, that's what because I was like, well, maybe basketball is a hobby, but I was like, it ain't really a hobby like that.
It could be, but you out there taking it too serious.
Yeah, man. I'm just like, that's the thing. I'm just out there hooping. Because my thing is, it ain't even that I take it that serious. I told Mariah, like, bro, it's just for exercise. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, when people be in there getting mad, like, hey, man, come on, you too big to be missing layups. I be like, tough. We lose this game, we lose, bro. It's all right, man. You know,
I'm not getting paid.
My competitive nature is still, I want to win, but I'm still like, at the end of the day, bro, it's just, come on now. Like, all of us about to go home, and then we about to wake up, and y'all about to go to work tomorrow. So.
We all going to work tomorrow.
Ain't nobody going to the league, bro, so it ain't that deep. But I'm like, it's not that deep. But this is what I was thinking, because I was watching this TikTok, man, and she was talking about, like, bro, she was talking about that she's literally sacrificed because it's so hard out here with, like, the economy and everything, the way she was making it sound. I don't want to say everything is hard, but it is difficult. And what we was talking about at the beginning with, like, bills and all that other stuff, it is difficult. And, no, I know. And she was talking about, bro, like, she was talking about, she said she was literally sacrificing some of her dreams because she didn't want to involve herself in something unless it made money. I was like, whoa.
It's kind of crazy.
I was like, I think I'm in that chair right now. Don't get me wrong. I love to do the podcast. And like I said, I got other plans outside the podcast that don't include making money. Now, yeah, we do certain stuff. Yeah, for sure. Because we want to get to the point to where we can monetize. But I do the podcast because I told you it started with like that mentorship. I want to just help people become better people. I want them to be more aware of who they are.
Yeah.
So like at the end of the day, if we get comments and people saying, bro, y'all really helped me, and I've learned myself more by listening to your podcast, that's what I'm looking for. You know, if the live events and selling books and merchandise and all that other stuff comes, cool. But that's not the end game of it. Mm-hmm. But on top of that, I'm like, I was telling Ryan, like, yeah, the podcast is work though. While the podcast is cool, I like to show up. I like to show up once a week and meet with you, and I like to hear everything that's going on with you. I'm like, it is work though. I'm not gonna lie, like it ain't work. And I was still like, dang, I really don't have nothing. So then when she drew that again, I was like, man, I may start looking into drawing more, just to
what
like.
You might as well.
I might as well, you know, and like start drawing, not to be like, hey, buy my artwork and everything, but just like, bro, I just
see what I made.
You know, see what I made. Like I just draw it because I like to do this, and this is just for me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Why does it always have to be? I'm doing this because I want to.
That's that American culture.
Man, that's one thing she was talking about. Like, it's such this whole thing of like, we want to go in capitalism and get this money and get this money. Yeah. And it's always this an abundant mindset. It's always more money to make out there. Why that is cool. It's like, what are you doing for you? Yep. You know what I'm saying? Versus I'm doing this for money, or I'm doing this for, you know what I'm saying, awards, or I'm doing this for accolades and people to approve of me. What are you doing that's just, this is for me. So when you started with the Taekwondo, I was like, boom, he already on it. He like, this is what I wanted to hit hobby. On. You know, this is for me. Yeah. So
I love the martial art.
Yeah. Man, that's big, bro. That's big. So like, how do you like, let's say somebody's in this situation and they so fixated like, well, bro, I don't even have the time to do nothing for me because, you know, like bills is coming up and I got life going on and I got to pay for this and pay for that. I don't have time to just do something for me. What would you say to that person?
Because you've been in that stranger? Do I know them?
I mean, either one. Let's say you know them. Have you been in that situation yourself? What example? Like, what would you come with? Because have you been in that in that situation yourself?
No, because I mean, we so young.
Yeah.
And like living at the parents' house and all that stuff. What would I say? I would have to start asking questions. I would always lead with questions because you don't know everybody's situation. They could have a really pressing, like, oh, dang, you really don't have no time to mess around. Mm-hmm. But if I start to dig at you, okay, what are you doing when you get home? Yeah. You be on your phone? Like, yeah, I take some time for the phone. 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there. I was like, okay. You know, you could do this in that 30 minutes instead. Yeah. I can do that. I would kind of see, because the phone gets way more time than people realize. Yeah. Like when you get that screen time from my iPhone, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours
a day.
Yeah. So it was like, okay, you have time, but you don't realize that you're wasting so much time on this phone. So maybe put the phone down. Yeah. And then start to like, oh, I have all this time now. Even if it's an hour, I would say take advantage of whatever time you get. Because the 15 minutes I just spend just checking out my plants, making sure they're good, checking the tree. Tree's doing amazing. Yeah. I'm gonna have to get a picture.
Oh, me.
The tree is doing great.
For sure.
But checking the tree for like aphids or whatever, it's so calming. Yeah. And just nice. Or going outside. Yeah. Just go outside for a minute. That's why I was asking you, like, do you take your walks anymore? Do you? Yeah. Okay. That's like important to like just decompress.
It is, man.
So I would kind of take on it from like that. Okay, what are you doing? Yeah. I don't like to just give people recommendations. Let me get some more information from you. So I won't just say, oh, this is what you need to do. Yeah. Like this is how you can find more time to just do a hobby. Yeah. Because not everybody's situation is the same.
That's true. That is true.
But a lot of people, they do have time and they just don't take advantage of it. Yeah. And then a lot of times people don't know hobbies out there. Yeah. So I would say just change your environment if you can. Open yourself up to more opportunities because, okay, might check out some new podcasts. You might learn, oh, they do this? Yeah. Let me try that out.
Man, that's another thing, bro. Expanding yourself outside of your current situation.
You have to expand yourself and expose yourself to more to what life has to offer. Oh, yeah. Because all I know is this one thing. Yeah. And I'm busy all the time. I don't have time to learn about other stuff. Of course you do. Yeah. So just try to make the conscious effort. Because unless you're working 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, there's some time in there somewhere.
There's some time, bro. There's some time.
Yeah, you sleeping like 8 hours. Well, if you're really busy, you sleeping like 6. But you mean to tell me you working 15 plus hours every day, 7 days a week, no breaks, no vacation. I doubt that.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things I would say, bro, is you need to take a trip to your imagination. A lot of us just live in our own
People have no imaginations.
Man, that's what I'm saying. You need to go there. Because you can stay on the nation of America, but you need to go to the imagination. Like, you need to take a trip there, man. Like